Yes, sir. You have tuned in to Off the Wall Television, man. And we live and direct with another one with my boy, Young Mar.
What's up with it?
Live and direct, man. So, yes, sir. Let's tell them a little bit about your history, man. Because me and you, we go way back, right before this rap game, man. Tell them about how the name Young Mar came about and what year did you start about this rap game?
Started rapping, I started fucking with music, I think ever since I was in elementary. I think me and my big brother used to have a tape recorder, and then when you plug in the little headphones, so we used to do like a little radio station shit. We was doing that, and then going to Rasputin Records and shit, finding little instrumentals and shit, rapping on that shit, and then they started taking that shit serious in 98.
98?
Yeah, like 98. Okay.
That's that real hardcore rap game right there, man.
98.
Well, in 98, you had to spit bars to come up. It ain't no YouTube, none of that.
The studio, just recording at the house, had a all stereo, and then my brother had a Casio keyboard. So when he made his beats, everything was live. So we had a drum machine, so he do all the drum pattern, he do all that shit. But then when he wanted to add like anything piano keys, he had to play the shit live. So then when we record, we had like one microphone. One person fucked up, you gotta do the whole song over.
Everything from the very beginning.
Yeah, everything was live.
This was before we had unlimited tracks, 99 tracks, 100 tracks to record on. This before the 8-track and everything, basically, man.
We did a 4-song demo because my pops, he was I got into music because my pops was a drummer.
Okay.
So
who was he a drummer for?
He was he had his own little band. So first he had a group was called Purple Haze.
Okay.
And then when Jimi Hendrix came out with it, they had to change their shit over for
shout out Purple Haze.
So then they changed their shit to WDB, and it stands for We Don't Bullshit. And my pops won a hell of a battle of the bands in Seattle. Opened up for Ike and Tina Turner. Opened up for James Brown and shit. So I got my music from my pops, and then my brother got more of my pops from the sound, because my brother was my producer.
Okay.
So we had a group called Trey IG. It was me, my brother LJ, and then my brother Fetty Kane, and then my partner K-Dog and shit. And then we was doing that shit. And I used to record songs and shit, and I used to used to get my weed from little local dealers and shit. And then I gave it to this one cat, and he was just like, man, he said, yo, you raw and shit. He's like, every time you record a song, I'm gonna give you a dub sack. So I was just like, psh. Every time I need a dub, I go record a song and shit. So I did that shit. And then my big brother, Dirty Jace, I met him in high school in Concord, in Ignacio Valley. Now he was doing music at the time, and he had told me, he was just like, man, when I get my label up and running and shit, I'm gonna come back and scoop you and shit. Me and him fell out of touch and shit. I seen him for a minute, and then I was working at Costco and ran into this cat named John Teeks, and then he had a label called Silent Partner. Okay. So then that's the first label I was on. Went to his shit, learned all the little in and outs and shit, but hella wet behind the ears with me. Didn't really know shit. All I knew was recording and shit. So did his shit. Then I left that and then went back to just doing everything myself and shit. And then when I left Concord, I moved up to Fairfield. I was in Fairfield, met my little brother B and Ager.
Okay.
And that's how me and you mutual. Ager. So
shout out to B.
We formed a group called Nightcrows and shit. We was doing that shit, and then I think Ager left because he had got married and shit, had family shit. So me and B just kept doing shit. Then my brother and them, they stopped doing music because they was like, we ain't seen no money in it and shit. Plus my brother started having kids and shit, family, so it left me to start doing everything all by myself and shit. I started doing everything by myself, and then ran into Dirt, and then shit, he brought me to DLK. I've been on Dirty Little Kids ever since.
Shout out Dirty Little Kids. Tell me where they based out of from again? Fillmore, California, yes sir, the Bay Area zone. How long you been rocking with DLK?
Oh shit, I think going on over 10 years, I think. Now over 10 years. Yeah.
Over 10 years, hell yeah. How many projects you got under your belt?
Me personally, I dropped the EP. That's it. Like, I just, like, with me with Dirty Little Kids, it was just, like, I was all about, like, trying to build a brand. So, it just, like, learning, like, real in and outs of the music shit. So, every time Dirty had, like, comps, he put me on a comp and shit. And then to start working on my own album and shit. But I think I'm my biggest critic. So, I never put shit out. Start working on a project and then shit, life get in the way and I stop doing shit. Then I scratch that project and I go back to redoing shit. Right. And I'm just like, never put nothing out and shit.
Yeah, I remember because I think I got about 3 of the mixtapes at the house. I be going through. I be like,
the mixtape.
More. You know what I mean? I be like, I gotta show them these. These is.
Yeah, I used to have a hustle.
Hip hop right here.
Doing mixtapes. I used to be on a hustle to where I'd go cop a 100 pack of CDs at Costco. So I spent $20. Okay. And then I do my mixtape, and then I hit the streets as independent, and I sell my shit for $1.
Straight out the trunk and out the backpack.
So, yep, sell 100 CDs, then shit, that's an $80 profit for spending 20, and I just kept doing my shit. But then when I learned there, motherfucker, a lot of cats wasn't copied because I had no artwork and shit. Shit was not mixed and mastered. It sounded hella raspy and fucked up, but was just start doing that shit.
That's when you're hungriest, though, I believe, man. You know, them first projects, them be the ones that you put out, you put your all into, you know what I mean? I go back and I hear that first shit we did, and I'm like, my God, this shit sounds so horrible. Like, what was I thinking? Like, I know I didn't think this really slapped like that. Like, it slaps, but... man, I see why niggas wasn't taking to that motherfucker. Like you said, it was no artwork. It had motherfuckers' names with a contact info and an email, the name of your EP.
Yeah, be the dope shit.
That was the real grit, though. You know what I mean?
Just have my name and then my cell phone number on there.
It cost a lot back then. You know, to press CDs up, you had to spend about $300, $400, $500 plus. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you was really do something, you had to spend G's. You know what I mean? There was none of this. Oh, I'm finna get on here and. There wasn't like these little companies sending you 100 CDs for $50 for, you know what I mean? Like all these little companies you see online and everything. There was none of that around. You had to do it yourself and it cost a pretty penny. Like, I know that's why we always talk about it. Like we slow on the visual game because back then it used to cost you $1,500 plus just to shoot you a little hood video and everything. Nowadays, you catch the little homie around the block, he do it for free or $100. Or like you said, for a dub sack real fast, like, you know what I mean? Shoot me a little, hey, if I got you real quick, we just gonna shoot this video, you know what I mean? It was real footwork back then, man. I think that's when I caught first wind of you, like you said, back like what, 06, 07, I think we clicked up. And I used to see your footwork, and at that time, that's when me and bro was out there and we was, like you said, we was on the grid. We was every city, every hood. We didn't care what it was. I remember our manager was like, y'all going to Oakland. Y'all not going to take the gun or the bulletproof vest? And we like, nah, we good. You know what I mean? We used to live, Goldie from the Federation. He used to tell us that, when you go in there and nigga use the rap pass. And nigga go in there as a rapper. Fuck it. Yeah. I'm like, all right, I used to go in the cities. I shouldn't have been hoods. My nigga, we over here just doing the rap thing, my nigga. You know what I mean? We trying to push this shit.
When I was fucking a solid partner, that's when I met the team. Okay. I remember Kaz and Clyde Carson told me to do a gas station tour. I was like, what the fuck's a gas station tour? They were just like, go to every gas station, every hood store, post up, and just sell your shit out there. So that's what I used to do. Had no L's, I'd just be on foot. Man, catch BART,
foot patrol.
Yeah.
So, back then, while you was doing all this, man, coming up in the music game, who were some of your inspirations behind the music?
JT the Big Figure.
JT the Big Figure. Shout out to JT the Big Figure, man. He be going on one nowadays. I be like, Big Bro over there just going.
I think JT and Pac, they was my biggest
Shout out Pac, hell yeah, man. Pac is definitely one of my biggest influences, man. My two favorite rappers is always gonna be Pac and Mac Dre. Yeah. Man. Nobody gonna be harder than
my daughter, her middle name's named after Pac's mom.
Okay, hell yeah. Where's a piece of Feeny, you know what I mean? All the people that lost their lives to this music game and then the senseless violence, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody logging on to the Instagram live, man. We see you. Pop in. If you got questions, man, tap in. You feel me? So you said Pac and you also mentioned JT the Bigger Figure. When was the first time you picked up one of their CDs?
JT, I picked it up in I think high school. I think it was like 10th grade.
10th grade?
Yep, my OG partner Bus from Vallejo and shit. He said his brother-in-law was a cat named Larry. He was a journalist and shit. So used to give him like all the little new shit and stuff, shit that ain't dropped yet. And I remember that Bus had gave me some shit. He was just like, man, I started listening to it. I was like, oh, fuck, just raw as fuck. JT was like one of my favorite rappers besides like Pop.
Game recognized game. Was that the first album you bought, or did you buy previous albums before?
Nah,
what was the first?
Kumo D.
Kumo D was the first one you put your dollars to?
Yep.
Shout out Kumo D, man. Spinning.
Kumo D was the first one. I think my brother's first album he bought was Run DMC.
Okay.
But I think the first rapper I heard was Blowfly. And it was only because it was a record. Yeah. My mom said, if you listen to this record, I'm going to beat your ass. And then we waited for her to go to work and shit. And it was a record and shit. And I went and listened to it. It was Blowfly Rap Dirty.
Okay.
And then I put the shit back in, but it had a scratch on it. And then she asked my step pops, Larry at the time, he was just like, y'all was listening to it, huh? I was like, yep, and then caught an ass whooping. The first thing, Blowfly.
That's hella funny, man. I feel that. You ain't supposed to be listening to them dirty ass songs, man. I remember listening to all that 2 Live Crew and all that shit, man, getting in trouble.
Oh, 2 Live Crew too. I think that was like the third album I bought.
Yeah.
And then I actually had seen them on they was in Vallejo. They came down their loop. There was I think it was right outside the Crest at T.Y. Uzi Records.
Yeah.
Went up on there and shit, got an autograph from like Luke and them.
Straight
I
up.
think that was like the first rapper I seen, like up close person. It was probably 2 Live Crew.
2 Live Crew. Yeah. I think the first. I had plenty of albums. Plenty of people buy me albums. I had like Outkast, Bob Marley, all that shit, all the old school Aretha Franklin's, Motown records for days. But I remember like I forgot what program I was. I was young. I was still a young teenager, but I got a check for something like. You know, they give young kids checks for everything. I forgot what I did. I did something stupid like, I can't remember what it was. We went on TV for something. They gave us a little check, and I was like, it was a couple dollars. So I was like, I'm finna go buy some CDs. You know what I mean? This one, Uncle Chauncey still had the Funky Chicken. So I went up there, and I was like, you know what I mean? I forgot what year it was, but I remember it was Mac Mall's Untouchable album. And I was like, you know what I mean? I was getting a buzz of like, all, you know what I mean? Like, we heard radio rap, but Barry or Buzz wasn't really big back then. Like, we know 40, we knew Too Short, and that was really about it. Like, I really got involved with it. Like, okay, let me see who from around the way. Let me really tap in. I got wind all these cats. Heard Mac Mall through Pac, you know what I mean? Heard it from Pac. So I was like, let me see who Mac Mall is. Oh, he from Vallejo. He from the backyard. He right there, all right. Tapped in about that Untouchable shit. And I was like, oh, wait. And from there, I was like, bought everybody from the Bay shit. Basically, if it was a Bay album, I was on it, man. You know what I mean? I was on that shit. But I think that was the first album that I put my own $10, $12. But it was probably like $16 back then, because that's when albums cost a motherfucker. Like $16.99 plus tax, nigga.
You had to stand outside and have an adult try to buy that shit without selling it.
Yeah, Fat Back
a PA sticker, you could not buy it.
Not at all, man. Man, so now you with DLK now, man. Yep. Let's talk a little bit about DLK, man. You just had an album and a song come out, man. Let's talk about Dope.
Oh, Dope.
That motherfucker is dope. You know what I mean?
Dope, bro.
Tell me a little how did the song Dope? If you don't know what Dope is, everybody that's watching this right now, man, they had a song previously by the Bottle Boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just not kind of more him and his boys. They got a little group called Bottle Boys. They put the song called Dope. Put it on the compilation albums like he was talking about, and it was fire. Then they double backed and dropped the motherfucking remix.
Yeah, the remix
with Gucci.
On Black Friday with Bankroll Fresh.
Bankroll Fresh and Gucci, man.
Yeah, and Boo Banger.
Still cooking dope, man. I was like, oh my god, this motherfucker was slapping.
Yeah, that was dope. I actually got sent. I think Dirty gave me a couple Migos track, but then I was just like, I really wasn't feeling the Migos shit. Like first one, he sent me a shit. I didn't write to it because I was like, I don't even know what they're saying in the hook. Like I really, I was just like, I don't know what they're saying in the hook. So I was just like, I passed that one up. He gave me another Migo one. I had passed that one up, and then he had gave me the Gucci shit. And then tell you on the truth, like I'm a bigger Jeezy fan than a Gucci.
Okay.
But then when he gave me the dope one, I listened to it, and I was just like, how can I flip it? I said, because I'm not going to write a song talk about selling dope because I want all my people to look at me and shit. I was just like, not if it's write no shit that I don't be doing and shit. So I was like, how can I do it in a perspective and shit? So I did in the whole, like, I flipped it and wrote it in a whole nother perspective and shit. So that shit came out dope as fuck.
That shit came out dope, man. You got sold over 1 million albums on that one?
Yeah, Spotify.
1 million download streams?
Yeah. I don't know what the streams are now. I think it's like close to 2 million, or it might be over 2 million.
Hell yeah. I'm just glad I had the privilege to work with my nigga in the studio here on that shit. I was like, you know what I mean? Nigga pushed all the projects like, it was done at Off the Wall, nigga, now what?
Yeah, because I remember Dirty hit me, he was just like, man, I need it right back. So I was just like, man, I need to get to a lab. So I hit Dub. I was like, Dub, you ain't doing that, man. I need to record something. You was just like, yeah,
slide through
later
nigga.
On, like after 8. So I slid through and shit. He recorded that shit, sent it to Dirty. It was a wrap.
You feel me? Hell yeah, man. Any more collabs we got coming on the way? Anybody we should be looking out for on the new albums?
Actually, we working on the Bottle Boy album finally and shit. Like we were working on it, but shit got fucked up. Shit got in the way and shit.
Life.
Life got in the way and shit. So now we back at it and shit. Me and my big cousin and shit. Von B Dozen, the bad cousin.
Shout out to B Dozen, the bad cousin. Yada.
I think with the Bottle Boy shit, it was all production and shit. Like Dirty would send me a beats and shit, and you like DLK, we known for like that mob music shit, but it was just like Bottle Boys, like production wise, it ain't really like mob type shit. It's more like production wise, it's more like turf dancing type shit. It's all like that up tempo, like hyphy type beats and shit. So it's like we finally found our production and shit. Like it's all gonna be in house and shit. So produced by Bottle Boys and shit. Everything's gonna be straight Bottle Boys.
Everything to the neck. Hell yeah, that's it should be. That's the best grind, man. When you get in your zone, you like, man, I'm gonna do everything. Like fucking beats, mixing and mastering.
Yeah, because it hit me. Think it was yesterday. He hit me and shit. Set me a beat and shit. He was just like, man, we back. So I was like, oh shit, I'm with it.
Hell yeah, man. You got any videos on the way? I know you should have did a video for the dope, man.
Man, no, I was supposed to do. Dirty want me to do a video for Soldier.
Okay.
I did that Soldier.
Soldier boy, yeah, you did send that to me. Yep.
Yeah, I did the Soldier shit, and I'm supposed to shoot a video for it, but I don't know. I think my mind's somewhere else and shit. Like, I don't want to do the Soldier video just cause like where I'm at right now in my life, like it just won't make sense musically to shoot the Soldier shit.
Okay. Where you at right now with it? Where's your mind at in the music game? Man,
like right now, it was just like I took a break from music because I've been working with my wife for ministries and shit, Hills Off Ministries and shit. So
shout out to Hills Off Ministries. You know what I mean?
We've been doing that and stuff. So it's just like now, like more musically. If I do like some solo shit, I think it makes more sense. It's gonna be like real deeply into like some spiritual and shit. So it's gonna be like on some I wouldn't say like Christian rapper, but it gotta be like godly based on it. Cause everything I do is a reflection to her. I can't be doing no like grimy street shit and then they're looking at her and they're just like, what y'all doing? Cause it's like we move as a unit now.
You moved on from that. You're on a different path. And you're like, man, it's respectable. Like, most cats get caught up in the moment and stay in that one life, and you see how that outcome gets, man. It's either death or in jail forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cause me, when I did music, like me personally, like my shit was all, my bars was always built off emotions and shit. Like to me, I always came from always wrote when I was like in a fucked up mood or if like some shit hit me. I was always pain driven or stress driven. Like every time I write, it was pain driven and stress driven. It was just like, I don't got no more pain in my body no more. Like I'm stress free and shit. It's like I'm good where I'm at in my life. So it's like I'm not fit to write. Like I'm not writing about the past no more and stuff though. So it's just like where I'm at right now. It's just like God good. It's like I'm in church every Sunday. I had the Bible study. It was like I got 4 kids. Just had my daughter. So it's just I'm good. Like I'm not stressed out. I'm not in no fucked up state. My mind's not all fucked up. I'm good. Like so. Yeah. It don't even make sense. It's just but I don't want to tap into that. Like, I do want to tap into that, but if I tap into that, it's just like, it's no turning back. Like, it's nothing you don't play with. Like, not if it's a play with God like that. Like,
straight up. Most people don't understand, man. You can live life holy, man, and still do whatever you need to do, man, and stay up out the mix. It ain't got to be involved in no senseless ass shit. You let motherfuckers live life off of this, based off of this Instagram and this social media shit, man. They didn't put it into motherfuckers' mind. You got to be this way. You got to live like this. You got to have this. Man, they don't understand. That ain't even what it's really about, man. It's about the generational wealth and shit, man. Taking care of your kids and everything, man.
Yeah.
So you got any future shows or events coming up?
Nah, no future shows going on.
None of that going on right now. All right. So what's the plan for the future for at this point, man? Where you going with the music? What's the next singles, albums you dropping?
I think we're doing the Bottle Boys.
Just the Bottle Boys album?
Starting that again, doing the Bottle Boys, and then like whatever Jace need me. Like, I know he got like comps coming up, so if he need me to do verses for that, I'll jump on it. I think the last stuff I did was on I was on 2 songs for the Telly Mac, San Quinn, and Septa Gaffler.
Okay.
I was on their album, so I had like 2 cuts on there. And then just the Bottle Boy stuff, really.
Shout out to Quinn, shout out to Septa Gaffler. Welcome home again, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Back to the music, though, man. Let's talk about the collabs. So you've been on there with Bankroll Fresh, the Migos, Gucci Man,
Fresh,
San Quinn, Septa Gaffler, everybody from the Bay. Tell me about somebody who you got in mind, who you want to work with right now. Who's some artists that you feel like more need to get on there? They need to get on the Bottle Boys.
Bay Area wise or outside the Bay?
Anywhere.
Anyone, really.
Anyone?
Yeah.
I feel it. Any favorite rappers right now? Who you feel going the hardest?
Right now, I still listen to old shit. Like,
I feel
I'm still listening to hella old shit. Like, I'm still caught up in the 90s shit when I'm, like, rap-wise. Like, I still faithfully bump Pac. Like, Pac, Outlaws, I stay bumping that. Like, I'm a big Busy fan, so I still be bumping hella Busy Bone. Like, new cats out right now. Like, I've been slapping with his name, what was it, Rowdy Rich or something?
Okay, Roddy Rich, yeah.
Like,
Shout out Roddy Rich.
I was slapping hella Nipsey.
Nip. Mm-hmm.
Nipsey.
Definitely fuck with Nip.
Like, locally wise, like, I'll be bumping any Bay Area stuff. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, Fairfield wise, like, I'm bumping Shill Mac.
Shout out to Shill Mac from the Fields.
Yep, Shill. Who else? Who I want to work with, I just got to get him in. I got him in the lab, man. Sav Sick.
Sav Sick.
Yep, Sav Sick got a sack.
Sav Sick got a sack, man. If you're hearing this, you seeing this, man, tap in.
He was supposed to come today, but you know, he probably caught up in traffic and stuff. So.
I feel it. Hell yeah. So speaking on the game right now, man, in the change of the music game, man, are you feeling it? You give it the thumbs up, you give it the thumbs down. As far as the Bay goes, how you feeling about the new Bay?
New Bay? I'll give it I'll give it a thumbs up.
I fucks with it.
Times change.
I fucks with it. I don't think we fell into that bullshit ass rap, you know what I mean? I feel there's a lot of young niggas out there really spitting it.
We even had, like, even back in the day, we still had bullshit rap, so.
That's true.
You always gonna have bullshit ass rap, so.
As far as the music game, you feel is going in the right direction?
Yeah, I just think you gotta be smart about it. Like, I think my whole hustle back in the day was slanging CDs, but that shit's outdated. Like, my car don't have a fucking CD player. Like, so it's like everything is digital, everything is built on
It
screen,
is, man. I tried to give a nigga a beat CD the other week, man. That nigga looked at me and was like, what fuck I'm gonna do with this shit? I ain't got nothing to play. I'm like, nigga, you ain't got a computer or nothing to put that bitch in.
Yeah,
I started dying.
When I was in SoCal last year, I moved up there for a year, so I was up there and stuff, and I hit Dirty. I was like, Dirty, send me a pack, man. I need like a bundle. I'm gonna push the line out there. So sent me a pack and shit. I was out there pushing it and cats, but fools was like, man, I don't even have a CD player. Like, I did get them off though. I still got them off, but yeah, they were just like, man, we don't even listen to CDs no more. Like you hella ancient.
It's all a digital and visual game now, man.
Yeah,
Shit's
it's
so
all
crazy.
digital, but as long as you do it right, I guess, then you know what I'm saying, you still be eating.
Hell yeah. Speaking of the other talents we got, man, because I know you blessed with many talents besides the rap game, man. You've been at it with a lot of things. Let's talk about the Hills of Ministry. You want to give a little info on that?
Yeah, Hills Off Ministry. Shouts out to my wife, Chanel. But yeah, she started that and stuff though. She basically ministers to women in and out the industry and stuff though. So she doing that. We had got invited. Not this year. I think it was 2018. We went to shout out to Amber Rose. She invited us out there. We did the slut walk. So we was out there doing that and stuff though. And that was dope though. Slut walk was dope.
Hell yeah, I'm trying to get out there.
So we was out there doing that and stuff. And then,
I love the sluts. I love the hoes. I love the workers, man. It's all good in my eyes.
Yeah, out there it was all like women empowerment and stuff though.
Hell yeah.
Slut walk was all like women empowerment. They supported like they was big supporting like the gay community out there. So we was out there just pushing it. And then we did we had the $1,000 we had the little $1,000 secure the bag for any female going to a 4-year college. So we had like the little scholarship thing going on out there and stuff though. So we did that, and then now she just building that brand, the Hills Off. Okay. And then we got the L&E's clothing line. So we're doing that, and L&E, we just named it after our 2 daughters.
Okay, shout out to L&E Clothing.
You know,
hell yeah.
It's all for
where can they,
little girls' clothing with good messages and stuff.
Okay. Hell yeah,
all sparkly stuff, like tutus and stuff. So
yes, sir, man. Where can they find all this stuff at, man? Can you give us
right now, she's rebuilding our website. We was going to do GoDaddy, but they was on some BS, so they canceled our website, so we rebuilding it now. We're working with somebody right now, so they rebuilding the website and stuff though. So yeah,
people look out though for the Hills of Ministry.
Yeah, man, it's taking off. We got Bible studies in all different countries. We actually got invited before we had our daughter. We got invited to Bali to stay out there for a year and to work with a couple churches out there, doing out there, and then they wanted us to go to India, because my wife went out there to India, to Mumbai, and she was out there doing her ministries out there. So they had actually called us and wanted to go out there, stay out there for like a year. We was doing that. We got invited to go to Africa to teach at some school and stuff though. We was gonna do that for a year. So it's just like, I don't know, man. It's Hills Off is kind of big. That's what I've been doing lately though. Like just supporting her and stuff though.
Yes, sir.
Trying to spread that word, man.
Yes, sir. So if you watching this, man, you got you ladies out there need a little help, and you're involved in this music industry or, you know, just the industry in period, man, tap in with the wifey and my fellow over here, Hills Off Ministry. They out there, you know, got positive messages and programs and everything to help the people out, especially the future young girls out there that's trapped in these situations, man. Get up out of these motherfucking bad situations with these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So, that's the plan for the future, right? More music, more Hills Off Ministry, keeping it pushing.
Hills Off Ministry, just still building that DLK brand.
You gonna let the kids get involved with the music?
Actually, my son Marcelo, he picked up a guitar, so he's self-teaching himself right now. So I think I'm gonna put him in like get him some guitar lessons and stuff.
Yeah, send him over there to Mr. Chun and them, man.
Like he's big in Green Day right now.
Okay.
So I know they got their tour coming up, and they doing a show in the city in July. So yeah, he going to that though. So he excited about doing that. So
what's the future for looking like for DLK with you?
Oh man, DLK big. Telly Mac just dropped his video today. Shout out to Telly Mac, my DLK brother. She doing that. Robbery working on some stuff. P Streets stay busy. He just dropped a video, I think, like this past month and stuff. So P Streets got his thing, DLK, and then he got that James gang. Big Bro V-Town, he been dropping singles like crazy and stuff. He doing that. I think Seth just dropped some new stuff. So just everybody in DLK working, man.
Work. Yeah, I've been on that Telly Mac, man, that Out of Purse with Mozzie. That motherfucker.
Yeah, that shit slap.
I've been slapping that motherfucker left and right, man.
Yeah,
That motherfucker blapping. Shout out to Telly Mac and Mozzie on that one.
DLK working, man. I know with me personally, when DLK, I never really was tripping off like. I never just focused on myself as like an artist. I just focused on myself as a brand because I always looked at it like, okay, if I could help build the brand, you know what I'm saying, one person get in, then, you know what I'm saying, everybody gonna shine, even if, you know what I'm saying, like if I don't shine personally as an artist, I know what I'm saying, somebody else within the DLK camp gonna shine. So it's gonna
straight up. Everybody work, everybody building.
Yeah. So just like me with DLK, I always just put ideas and stuff though. Like Dirty sent me a beat and stuff. He's like, no, you need to do something to this beat and stuff. I listen to it, I'll be like, man, this just sound like Robbery should be on it, or sound like Young Boo on it. Give it to Young Boo or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never really I never put myself first. I always put everybody else first because it was all about the brand and stuff. So just trying to make that like a household name. So I always hit Dirty like, man, I got a new idea for like a shirt or like videos or some shit. So
yes, sir, man. Shout out to DLK, Dirty Little Kids repping the Bay, man. While we speaking on brands, you know, we gonna hit you with some of this Soil Rich right here, you know what I mean? If you ain't peeped it yet, man, tap in. You can get this anywhere, man, even online. It's OffTheWall.com. You can reach us at OffTheWallENT, D-Boy the producer, Dub Did It. All of those, you can get there and get some fly, funky, fresh gear like this here, man. King Tut Soil Rich shirt. My boy over here, Young Mar, got that. You know that medellin, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That Pablo Escobar Soil Rich.
Sacramento that needs to record, come over to Off the Wall, man.
Straight up, man. If you haven't been Off the Wall Studios, man, come down here, come take a tour, man. This is one of the livest places for you little young cats to get your bars off, man. You know what I mean? Don't go over there where they charging you an arm and a leg. Come over here, fuck with Off the Wall, man. Everything we do here is off the wall,
and
man.
It's super official.
Super official, man.
Bro went to school for it too. So
yeah, man. You know what I mean? That's one thing I took. That's why I like, you know what I mean? That's why I've always tried to get my boy Mar over here, you know what I mean? I respect the hustle, you know what I mean? I've seen you grow from, it's crazy how we always ran into each other at work, man, you know what I mean? Going there to, we didn't even really get on the mic together like that, but for somehow we always ran into each other at a show, at an event somewhere, down at EPA, you know what I mean? On some random ass Wednesday night or something, you know what I mean? That's why I was like, More out here on this hustle. That nigga just like us. I fucks with More, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when you did the one show we went out to, when you were down before, I remember I think Big Rich was headlining.
Yeah.
It was at a pub. Where was it?
It was at the British Bakers Club in
EPA.
It
was smacking.
That shit was crazy. They had that little hidden cigar room and shit.
Yep, and they gave us the little tickets and shit, the little red tickets and shit. We get free alcohol at the bar. Like, here go my ticket.
Yes, sir. And we was out there on the grind, man.
Off the White Henny, too.
The White Hennessy. That was the first, I think, was that one of the first times I had it? About one of the first, second times I had that White Henny. It was gone that night. That shit was too smooth. Perking off of that shit. But yeah, man, I respected the hustle, man. I've always believed in the craft and everything, man. I always seen you out there. You was one of the few cats that I would catch out there, like really on the grid, really on the grind, man. I see a lot of people talking about they doing this, they doing that, but like I said, I would catch you just at random events, random places, be out there promoting. Like you say, you have a bag full of CDs, shirts, promo flyers, and you know what I mean? And like you said, man, you was never selfish with that shit, man. You show love to everybody. And there's a lot of cats in this game that's fake and phony, and they don't show that kind of love. They say they want to fuck with you, but like I said, you know what I mean? We never had contracts with each other. We stay good friends, good homeboys, you know what I mean? You always show love on this end, you know what I mean? You always promoted what I had going on, and I really appreciate that, man. So I just wanted to return the love and be able to promote you back, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
If anything, you got anything else you want to add to it, man, where can they reach you at, man? Tell them your websites, your Instagrams, your tag names. Where can they get a hold of you
You can
at?
hit me on my Facebook. Government name is Marlon Ligo. Same thing on Instagram. I use my government name.
Hell yeah.
Yep, just hit me on there. They got my Instagram. I don't really be too tough on Twitter, but I'm just on the Instagram or the Facebook.
Right.
Get the Heels Off Ministry up running again, the website. You can catch my wife on there.
For sure.
Any other that, man, or if you need to get a hold of me, just holler at Dirty or any other dirty little
DLK, shout out to hit him out, DLK, you know what I mean? Look him up, Dirty
Free
Little
Silo.
Kids.
I know, I think he coming home soon, but Free Silo.
Free Silo.
That's big, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If you got one piece of advice, man, one thing you would like to give future artists, or just, you know what I mean, the future kids in general, you know what I mean, what would be that game you would want to give them, like closing out with this, like, you know what I mean, what would be something you want to share with these cats?
I think my biggest thing, I say go to school. Even if you ain't gonna get a degree, if you can do music, at least take the music business class. That was like the dopest class I took. Straight
up.
Yep.
If you don't know, man, shout out to ARC and Mr. Chun down there at American River College, man. They got one of the best music programs. And let me say this, I was about to spend $17,000 a semester for Music Institute until I found American River College.
Yeah, man.
Saved me that good old GOP, you know what I mean? Saved all that money in my pocket. Thank you, Uncle Sam. You feel me?
Don't take money.
Education didn't go to waste. A nigga certified, you heard?
Don't take money, man. You can do your bog waivers, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Aid, man. You don't even got to take no loans out of
nothing. It just take the real hustle, man, sitting there paying attention to
I think my advice for the youngsters is do your homework, man. Don't do your homework.
Take this shit seriously.
Yeah. Just do your homework.
Yes, sir. So, man, that's the advice for you young fellas, man. If you ain't gonna be doing that with your life, man, hop in school. Do something, whatever it is that you want. I don't give a fuck, man. If you want to be out here on the street selling dope, nigga, learn the business of it still, nigga.
Yeah.
Learn some business. Everything ties into each other, man. No matter what you look at that. Whatever you want to do in life, man, whether it's film, photography, man, get into class, man. If it's you want to be a teacher, mathematics, whatever it is. You want to be a motherfucking chemist or a street chemist, take a motherfucking chemist class or something, man. Biology, whatever it is, man. I feel it, man. School's definitely the way to go, man. School will get you further in life.
Yeah, man. Stay in school and get off the streets, man. Streets ain't meant for nobody, man. Streets is ugly.
Hell nah, man. You got any street stories you want to share with these cats, man?
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? You know, I know you've been through a lot. I ain't gonna put nobody on blast, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Is there anything, like, you know what I mean, going through your experiences in life?
Doing dumb shit, not listening. Like, know what I'm saying? I started off as a basketball kid. Like, thought I was gonna go straight to the pros. Went to DVC, found out I wasn't as raw as I was, but at the time, in the midst though, like all my OG homies and shit, taught me how to hustle and everything. But what they didn't teach me was, what do you do when the hustle's dead? Like, know what I'm saying? I had to relearn everything and shit. No one taught me about shit, good credit. Like, know what I'm saying? They ain't teach you when you go get a job how you have to fucking swallow your pride and shit. And like, know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't fuck with the streets, man. The streets is bad. Like,
it's gonna take more from you than they gonna give you, man.
Yeah, I seen hell of my people's fucked up off dope and shit. Like, know what I'm saying? Because I looked at it like this. If you in the street, say you selling dope and shit, like, okay, you feeding your family, but at the same time, you killing another family. Like, know what I'm saying? All them people you making money off of, you fucking another family up.
Yeah.
Like, know what I'm saying? If they pops is off dope, you killing that family. Like, know what I'm saying? All that money and shit, that family getting deteriorated. I experienced that shit off firsthand and shit. Like, not to put shit on blast and shit, but shit, my step pops was fucking gone off crack. Like, know what I'm saying? I see my mama get beat and shit, all because of dope. That motherfucker was high and shit. And when you fucked up and high and shit, you used to beat on my mama and shit. Like, that shit's fucked up. I seen hell of my partners just fucked up off crystal and all that shit. So it's just like, motherfuckers getting locked up and shit. It was just, that shit ain't the business, man. Like, it's fast money, but shit, I like a slow dollar. I ain't got to trip off police. Police want to stop me, we can chop it up. Search my car if you
living
want.
legit is the best way, man.
You gonna find his pay stubs and, you know what I'm saying, my work badge. Like, I don't got
work tools in the trunk hanging.
I don't got to look over my shoulder. I ain't got to do nothing. Like, know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the best feeling, man, is not looking over your shoulder, having to worry about that. At least knowing you got an honest dollar coming the next time, you know what I mean?
Especially if you got
you might have to struggle and budget and live paycheck, but it's way better than looking over your shoulder every 2 seconds, man, worrying if you're going to go to jail tonight, wondering if this is going to be your night where you get popped and might not ever go home again, man, you know what I mean? There's so much more to it that, like you said, man, a lot of the OGs didn't tell us this shit. They put the glitz and the glamour all in front of you, but they ain't tell you about them long sleepless nights, you know what I mean? They ain't tell you they ain't tell us it was going to be lonely out here in the end, you know what I mean?
Taught you how to milk a bitch or game a female, but they didn't teach me how to keep my wife.
Exactly, man.
They didn't teach me how to keep my wife, man. Like, know what I'm saying? I'm learning that shit now and shit. Like, but
if y'all got some, like I said, man, to the young people, if y'all got somebody out there, man, giving y'all some real knowledge, man, take it. If you feel it's fake and phony, man, go out there and seek some other knowledge, man. Stay in school. Do what you got to do to survive, man, but stay out the way, man. You know what I mean? The streets are just going to take you up under there, man. You know what I mean? I feel it. Man, with that being said, is there anything else you want to contribute to this?
Nah, man. It's just, you know what it is? DLK Enterprise, Hills Off Ministries, and Off the Wall.
Yes, sir, man. Once again, man, I respect you coming through. Like I said, man, I respect the hustle. I've seen it over the years, 10 plus years, you know what I mean? I've seen the growth and everything. I've seen what you did back then to what you're doing right now. You definitely headed in the right path and on the path upwards, you know what I mean? So I just want to show that appreciation and hopefully people will tap in, man. You get some more people that feel the music and shit, man. Cause it's some dope lyrics and it's a lot of pain and a lot of struggle and a lot of stories, some real good stories behind that music. I don't listen just because you my partner and everything. I listen to it from a real perspective of a businessman. Like if I wanted to sign you or something, I really listened to it, so I really heard the lyrics and everything, man. And I appreciate that. You know what I mean? It gave me something else to listen to look forward to. I'll be looking forward to when people like I know like you dropping albums and coming out with videos and shit, and just being a little small part of this shit. You know what I mean? Like just recording you that, and I was like, yeah, man, I got my. You know what I mean? It felt dope getting my nigga out there like that. You know what I mean? Just helping any way I can, man. And like I said, man, if anybody out there falsifying the game and misleading our youngsters and the youth and everything, man, get the fuck up out of the way, because there's real niggas like us that's really trying to teach these people something, man.
Oh yeah. Shout out to my other bottle boy brother, man, my eBay and stuff. He off doing his solo thing, but he just dropped a video called Rockin'. Shit slapping.
Shout out to eBay, man.
Be on the lookout for me and my big cuz, man. Vaughn B does the bad cousin, man. Oh yeah, and rest in peace, Sam, man. We miss y'all.
Rest in peace, man.
We miss you, baby.
Till the next time, man, we're gonna tap in with you, man. Once again, this is Young Mar, man. It's Tony Dub, aka Off the Wall Television. You know what to do. Holla.